Hi, welcome to the Coffee Chat Show here on Buzzing Potato, the show where we talk about things that are happening right here, right now, as well as general news, tips, information and advice. And today I'm absolutely delighted. Ren is on the show. How you doing, my man?
Good to spend some time with Trevor.
Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it?
We've known each other a long time now.
Years,
Oh
years, I know. I think the last time I saw you, you were heading off on some excursion around the world somewhere. I don't know, that was about 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, so you're here today, mate. Thank you very much for joining us.
Pleasure.
And Ren's...
I love some of the
You
videos
like it? Yeah, he likes this. He does shows. I'll talk. He does his talks. I'll talk about that in a minute. But so you're heavily involved in the Pattaya Expats Club.
Too heavily.
Too heavily involved. Okay. But before we talk about that, and if you're not sure what we're talking about, we're going to talk about a club there. It's a really powerful club, really good. Definitely one that you should come down and get involved in. But we're also going to talk about Rose. She's got an art exhibition coming out in the near future. Yeah. Yep. So we're going to talk about that. But before we dive into all of that,
you might be able to see some of her artwork in the background.
You didn't stage this by any chance, did you?
Yeah, we did.
So before we get into that, where are you from, mate?
I'm originally from Australia.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
Australian.
You're Australian, okay.
I'm originally born onto a small farm west of Sydney.
Was you? Was in the
until I was
farmlands?
14 years old. So
Yeah.
doing all the things like feeding the calves and
Yeah.
all
Wow.
that sort of stuff. Yeah.
So you grew up on a farm.
Yeah.
Is that where your career path carried on in the farming, or did you change?
No, I always did really well at school, so I ended up, getting a scholarship to
Did you?
go to university. I did a PhD under scholarship. And
PhD?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
a bit
so-
like me then.
Yeah, no, nothing like you.
Nothing like me. I think PhDs I have on my pizza. It's extra topping, extra
Yeah,
topping.
you have PhD with the pineapple, right?
Is that what it is? I don't know. It just tastes good. That's why I'm fat. So you carved out your career now, and then obviously now you're here in Thailand. When did you first come to Thailand?
I first came here when I was about 48.
Wow.
When I asked a woman in Australia to marry me. She said no. I went into a very deep depression. I thought, I've got to get out of the country, not see her, get away. And then my then friend, who actually died a few days ago, he actually said, let's stop in Thailand on the way there and the way back. And that was life-changing for me.
Yeah.
Because I realised there were different styles of women in the world than I was used to.
Yeah, yeah.
And so then I ended up moving to Thailand a couple of years later, and one of the supposed reasons was to avoid lower my tax burden, because I was on track to make tens of millions of dollars from property development in Western Australia, telling my investors the only thing that could stop you making a lot of money is the collapse of the world economy. And then 2008, 2009, the world economy collapsed.
So it all went tits up then?
Yeah, no, well, not just for me. I mean, millions of people around the world
Yeah.
were terribly affected by that. So, yeah.
Wow. So 48, first time here.
Yeah.
Eye-opening.
Hugely eye-opening.
So how many years back was that? When were you? How long ago?
It's about, I just turned 67, so that gives you an idea.
Wow.
Yeah.
So 20 years ago nearly.
Yeah, nearly 20 years.
Fantastic. So what was your thoughts?
When I first
When
came
you
to
first
Thailand,
got here?
I thought, beauty, mate. Women look at you and smile. They look at you as your potential asset rather than, oh, it's a guy who's probably a problem, right?
Yeah. I'm guessing they were...
Western women are a lot like that, it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah. And fussy, right? Very fussy.
Can you remember the first go bar you went in?
I can, yeah.
Which one was it?
It doesn't exist anymore, so it's no use tempting you with that knowledge.
Which one was it?
I think it was World Ago-Go or something.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
I bet that was jaw-dropping.
Jaw, saliva, everything.
So you obviously got over the shock and you adjusted. I mean, when you came here at 48, obviously that was a holiday, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. I mean, what gave you the inclination to say to yourself, do you know what, I'm actually going to move out here?
Well, there was a couple of factors, but one of the factors was I didn't really want to see this woman again who turned me down for marriage, and I witnessed depression. Guys, it seems like when relationships break up, women tend to, they feel down, but then they start to pick up. But often guys go in the other direction. They're like, the next day, it's like, oh, I'm okay, and then do. So, so the big thing that started to pull me out of that was deciding I could never see her again. And really, there was, my mother was dead, my brother was dead, my father was dead, there was nothing keeping me in Australia.
Yeah, and here you are nearly 20 years later.
Here I am nearly 20 years later. Yeah. Best thing I ever did for myself was move to Pattaya, not Pattaya, but Thailand generally. And by the way, I sometimes talk to Australian women who've moved here, and they're really happy here. And I said, do you think more Australian women would move here if they knew the sort of life they could have in Thailand? And they say, Absolutely. Absolutely. Much more social,
Yeah.
much more friendly, safe. I mean, like when I lived in Bangkok for a year and a half, I could justifiably walk home at 3 o'clock in the morning by myself and justifiably feel perfectly safe.
Yeah, yeah.
How many places in the world can you do that?
Well, if I took you back to southwest London, you wouldn't be wanting to do that.
No, well, even when I lived in the suburbs in Sydney, you know, if you walked home at 10 o'clock at night,
Yeah.
you were the only person in the street.
Yeah. Wow.
It only requires one, you know, mug layer in a car to come past with bad intentions, and you could be effed up, right?
So you're here,
Yep.
relaxed, chilled out, doing nothing, just making the most of your time, or you're rushed off your feet doing loads of things you never thought you would do?
No, I have lots of projects because
I know he does.
my background is writing, so I've got a backlog of things I've written. By the way,
Yeah.
I do have a website, renlexander.com.
I'll just drop it in, mate.
Yeah, I'll just put the free plug in. Right, here's the money.
What was it called?
My name, bastard. renlexander.com.
There you go. Have a look. We'll put the link in the comments for you.
He says that, but
No, I will. I'll do it. I promise you. I promise you.
Good on you.
So you do your writing, but you're also heavily involved in what's known as the Pattaya Expats Club. I mean, tell me a bit about that, about how it was formed and how it's, you know, what it offers and what the benefits are for people that are watching this.
If you come, especially to Pattaya, the expat club scene, very big here. Now it tends to be dominated by the Pattaya City Expats Club, and even post-COVID, we had a new record attendance with Barry Upton and Coco Zoo.
Oh, okay.
The very sexy Coco Zoo was 94 people, which post-COVID was the most we've had.
That's
but
great,
going back with your mate and mine, Darren McGarry, the late Darren McGarry.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Lovely guy, good friend. He just happened to be giving a talk when there was a bit of a visa kerfuffle.
All right, yeah.
And 177 people.
Came to his talk, brilliant.
177, the record.
Brilliant.
And he gave a lot of talks to the club, great friend of the club. And that's another thing, see, you want to know about visas, you want to know about, you know, banking in Thailand, you want to know about any aspect in Thailand, you go to the club and you can always ask questions of the people there that have lived there for a long time, because we have a main speaker, sometimes a second speaker, and there's what they call open forum when you can ask questions. And mostly all my friends come directly or indirectly through the Pattaya City Expat Club. As I said to them once, I said, you're all riffraff, but you're a better class of riffraff than most of the people at Pattaya.
So the guys that are thinking about living out here and considering retiring out here or coming out here to work, I mean, that must be a really valuable source of information. I mean, because obviously we've got the websites, etc., but quite often they contradict each other, whereas you've got people here on the ground actually sat in front of you saying, right, I can help you.
Yeah, and there's no... So I recommend you go to the pcec.club website, and they have all sorts of information. They're very up to date. Guy who runs it, Darren, does a great job. And also it has, for instance, recommended businesses and things like that. You know, you say, I need a painter. Put up your hand in open forum, I need a painter or whatever it is, or I need my car repaired. Or
Did you notice my hands have stayed down? you don't want to see me with a painter.
This is one of the things. In Australia, the price of tradesmen is like sky high.
Yeah.
They'll charge you to make a quote in
Really?
Australia. Oh, yeah.
No, that's outrageous.
Yeah. But here it's like, you know, you get, you know, very competent tradesmen, get a recommended one like through the club or somewhere.
Yeah.
And their charges are really reasonable.
So the recommended ones, are they the tired paint and decorators that don't actually sleep all day? They're the ones that actually turn up and do the job, are they? The joke is out here, like, there's no time like Thai time.
Yeah.
And,
well, you're on Thai time now, right? They say I'll be there. I actually discovered, Rose mentioned this, she's from Myanmar, but she's worked in Thailand and stuff. And she said, I went to a place and they said they open in the afternoon and they're going to have a roast goose or whatever, duck.
Yeah.
And I said, well, I went there and she says, no, afternoon in Thailand starts at 3 o'clock.
It does take some getting used to.
Yeah.
It used to drive me mental. Like, I'd say to someone, right, I'll meet you at, say, I don't know, 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And you'd be there and you're like, where are you? And they just wouldn't turn up. And then you ring them and they get angry because you're yakking them saying, dude, come on, I'm here. And they're, yes, just wait. You're like, no, mate. Oh, God, it does take some getting. So when does the Expat Club meet?
At the moment, it's meeting on a Wednesday morning at the Holiday Inn. Again, the website has the most up-to-date information. we used to meet on the Sundays, which was, well, we all loved it. We all want to go back to the Sundays. But because of the COVID era, it got pushed onto Wednesdays.
Yeah.
So that they can reserve it for luring Thais down from Bangkok to go to music festivals.
There's a lot coming down there, isn't there?
Yeah, yeah.
So you go down John Tien Beach Road on a Saturday, Sunday, it's rammed.
Yeah, yeah. So we're very lucky. We had have a great relationship with the Holiday Inn. It's a great venue, but we would love to go back to Sundays.
Well, watch this space. It might be a Sunday. So, is it open to people that are here just on holiday that might be exploring and thinking about things?
Absolutely. People come in. They're thinking they might move here. It's open. It's open to everybody. And typically, people come in. They say they go up to the Holiday Inn breakfast place and say, I'm going to the club, and then they get charged this beautiful buffet breakfast, in a very, very elite hotel. It's only 250 baht, all they can eat and stuff. And then they come down to the meeting.
250 baht, all
Some
you can
people
eat.
sneak in. They go up to they go up and say, "Oh, I'm going to the expat club meeting, really," and they just have the buffet breakfast thing.
Brilliant. So you meet every Wednesday.
Yep.
And you mentioned earlier
Except Songkran, when we're all hiding from the water. Okay.
Do you know what? That's a hot topic at the moment in Discord. We've got a group called Discord, which is like an online forum, and they're asking about Songkran, and I keep saying, no, I'm out. I'm not even close to going to it. I hate it.
Oh no, it's much worse here than it is as far as I know. I went to Songkran in, say, Chiang Mai. It's quite charming. It's only a couple of days.
Yeah.
It's not like 8-9 days like it is here. And everybody participates, has fun. They throw normal water over you, not ice cold water like they throw here.
Yeah.
And you'll get these drunk guys like, "Oh, you're a funny daddy. You don't like, having ice cold water thrown over you."
No,
People I feel sorry for are the people like on BART buses
they're a huge
going
target.
to work.
They're a target,
and they're on this open BART bus, and they get ice cold water thrown on the way to work. It's like, would you like that done if you were standing at a bus stop?
Yeah, no, it's awful. It's awful, and like you're very spot on with what you're saying. I mean, like I do it in Korat. So when I go home, I go see my family in Korat. We have Songkran up there, and people come, they gently put the powder on you, and they'll pour a little bit of water in it. Here they got the power guns. Bosh, have some of that, mate, and toss the. It is carnage.
Illegal power guns too.
Yeah, they get arrested
because
before they come
traditionally it was like the start of hot season. You'd put your hand out, and Thais would pour water on it, and then you dab water on yourself to cool yourself.
That don't happen now.
Hot season.
They get them blue tubes, the power guns. Oh,
I have occasionally confused Thais by they're about to throw. What am I going to go? And some of them actually go,
oh, you know what to do.
But the final day of Songkran here is fine. Everybody's into it. It's crazy. It's noisy.
18 and 19 are great days, but the build
leading up to that, because it's only supposed to be like a 2-day festival in different parts of Thailand, and it rotates.
Not here.
But here they start when the first part of Thailand has a Songkran, and then they end.
Well, it's the monk's journey. It's the monks come down from Chiang Mai, so the day they start, it takes them 10 days to get here. So instead of waiting and then just wait till they get and then celebrate, they start straight away the day that they leave, and it's like crazy. So apart from the Expats Club and other stuff you're doing, you're doing stuff with Rose, with the art, aren't you?
Yes. So I came into a relationship with Rose in one of the sort of COVID-y periods. I was up in Bangkok, and she was working at the Myanmar embassy before the junta took over in Myanmar, right? So we came into a relationship. She'd come down here on weekends, etc., and she started sharing her story with me, which is heartbreaking. She was
We'll put the link in the description below.
MyanmarRose.com, right?
Yeah, we'll put it in there. I mean, to basically just to bring you up to speed, I was invited very kindly by Ren to chat with Rose. She's been through a horrific, like unbearably awful time. I don't want to talk about it now because it will deflate what we're talking about, but it's extremely serious. And have a look, But the nice side, the good side is that despite what's been a heinous, horrific part of her life, she's come through the other side now, and now is attending attention all to the art.
Yeah, well, then I happened to take her to an art show, a friend I knew, and she didn't really want to go, but then she's there and she's looking at the art, and something clicked inside her, and the next day she picked up a pencil and started drawing, and she started painting, and if you can see it behind us is some of her artwork. But then she gave a talk at the club about her life, and the background was art heartrending about her life, and it was eerie when she gave the talk. I mean, you could have that expression. You could have heard a pin drop. You could have heard a pin drop. People were like,
well, to be honest with you, I mean, I couldn't do the interview. That's why I'm with you now, is because I spoke this morning about it, and it's been really playing heavily on my mind, because I'm a upbeat kind of like laughy jokey kind of guy, and this is anything but upbeat, laughy or jokey. So I just couldn't do it, and I couldn't get my head around it. But the art that she's doing, she's got an exhibition coming up.
Yes, well, long story, but cut out all the details. She's got an art exhibition, Bangkok Art and Culture Centre, the most prestigious art venue in Thailand. She's got, and it's on the 8th of March, which is International Women's Day. And her story is really powerfully about the terrible issues that women and children can face, and touches on things like international slave trading, etc. So if you're around, please come and support Rose. It starts at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It goes through till 9 o'clock at night. So, yeah.
It must be very proud for you to stand there and see that Rose has had the opportunity there to not only create the artwork that she's done, but also to share her story and share it very publicly, because this is a situation that is often brushed under the carpet, or it's, you know, looked down upon quite rightly. But it's, you know, it's great that she's come through the other side, and the artwork is very impressive.
Yeah, well, the thing about it is that one of the themes for this show is that what we call the scream. You know, when she'd been slave traded, nobody could hear her screams, or the only people who could hear her screams were the people causing them. And then now people have a chance to hear the scream and to see the scream at the art show and stuff. If you got the best thing you could do to honour International Women's Day is to go to Rose's exhibition.
And if you can't go, guys, have a look at the website below in the description, and you know, you'll see for yourself, guys. It really is incredibly moving.
Her 50-minute talk is on her website, Myanmar Rose, and so the video that I did, the 1.5-minute video
that was it. That was me done. That was me done. I was all good to go until I watched that, and that was it. And I was like, and I rang you this morning, and I said to you, look, mate, I can't do Rose justice by interviewing her, because it's just I'm too clumsy, too stupid, too laughy, jokey to give her the platform that she deserves. So, but have a look, guys. It's there, and it's very, very serious. You're obviously, you know, you're a busy guy. You've been here a long time, nearly 20 years. I mean, in terms of that side of things, I mean, how do you relax now? What do you do? Do you ever get time to chill out? I mean,
well, I'm not preparing for Rose's art show.
It's surrounded by artwork.
It's been really, really full on, because we only got the details of it a couple of weeks ago, and then I'm doing press releases and videos and all sorts of stuff for that.
Don't point at me. It's not my fault.
Could I?
You sent me the video.
Everything's his fault. He's a media person.
He's even done his makeup. Look, you did your makeup.
I didn't do any makeup. It's just a rumour. Look, if I do this, see me makeup.
Unbelievable.
Anyway, I mean, why would... from my point of view, I don't really want to live anywhere else. I'm not a great traveller. I travel when there's a reason to. I've been back to Australia like 6 days in the last 10 years.
Have you? 6 days?
And that was to move around important stuff that was in storage. No relatives.
Really. Yeah.
So, I think definitely many people would be happier if they came to Thailand. Like in Australia, people are so spatially separated, okay? They just... It's hard to get out and socialise. If you're in Sydney, the tolls and public transport in Bangkok is brilliant, and here it's brilliant too in its own way. So
BTS is fantastic.
It's much easier to get together. It's cheap to go out and socialise. Like Australia, going out and socialise is expensive.
Is it? Yeah.
There's great musical bands here. Pretty much anything you want to do, you can do in Thailand now. Especially when I first came in here, the internet, you had to go to
Internet cafe.
Or something.
Yeah.
Now it's like everywhere.
What was your first computer? ZX Spectrum. So, have you travelled much around Thailand as well?
Yeah, no, I've been. Obviously, I lived in Bangkok for a while. I've been to Jomtien and Pattaya.
I like Jomtien. We're in Jomtien.
Yeah. Actually, if you go to the PCEC on YouTube, you'll find.
Stop dropping all these links.
You'll find a good thing I did on the hidden delights of Pattaya and Johnbury, where it's all
I watched that video.
Yeah,
You sent me the link. Yeah, I watched
good.
that video.
I mean,
You didn't do too bad, actually. You done all
I
right.
didn't do too bad. Anyway,
You need to brush up on your
Chiang Mai,
presentation.
you know, Chiang Mai is delightful. Don't go when it's really polluted.
Yeah.
And I've been. I went to the Ghost Mask Festival in Voi Province. That's really unique. Yeah, really unique. There's a thing on it.
Oh, is it? Oh,
No,
actually, no, I did. I skipped past that bit.
no, that's a really unique thing where people wear all these ghost masks, and it's many unique things in Thailand.
Do you know? Have you ever been to the?
Are you here, Lopburi? I've gone up and helped teach English camps up in Lopburi.
Have you been to the Hell Camp up in up near?
The Hell's Garden.
With the big tall statue there.
Yeah.
That's mental, isn't it? I'm going to do a video of that because I'm doing a series at the moment called 90 Minutes from Pattaya.
Yeah.
So I'm off out and about, and I'm going to go there.
He'll be raiding things from my video.
No, I won't be raiding anything from your video. I'm raiding Google. That's what I'm doing. I'm raiding Google.
No, and this is the thing. It's like I knew one guy who was here for 8 years, and he only went across the other side of Sukhumvit Road once. I mean, that's crazy. There's so many delights.
Yeah, but
and in fact, if it wasn't beaches here, I think this would be known as a lake district. There's lots of beautiful lakes.
I did eventually go over Sukhumvit Road. It wasn't that bad. Right, we're near the end. It's been a great pleasure talking to you. I'm going to ask you one question. I'll ask everyone this question. Now, you've been here 20 years, nearly. So I'm hoping you can give me a bit more than, have fun. There's a guy on the aeroplane, he's just landed, he's just got here with his suitcase and his bags and everything. I say, right, put your gear down there, son. Come and sit here, and I'm going to step out of the way. What would be your words of wisdom to someone that's never been to this city before?
I would say, firstly, do go to the Expat Club, because that's a source of information. Do watch my video on understanding Thailand. That's a really big help, because a lot of people don't understand how they think differently from how Thais think. So that's a very, 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 very good tip, because Thais, with their Buddhist background, you don't realise, no matter how atheist you are, you've been influenced by Judaic-Christian background. And no, seriously.
Don't get political.
No, it's not political.
Is it not?
It's just our mind frame. So we think of morality as black and white, right? Thou shalt not. The 10 Commandments, right? Very black and white. Thou shalt not commit adultery, right? It's black and white. Thais do not think black and white. They think in very grey terms. The Buddhist Eightfold Path: right attitude, right concentration, right relationship, right occupation, etc., etc. And that can be very grey.
Do you know
what's right speech? Well, lying, if it gets support for your sick buffalo up country, lying is okay. That's right speech, right? We don't think like that. So you got to help.
The poor guy, he's getting his case and going back to the airport.
No, don't. You just need.
It's easy. Summarised is go down Soy 6. Have a great time.
There's lots of places you can go and have a great time. Be patient, right? Don't just chill. Thai time, Thai attitude. Smile, especially Russians. Start smiling, okay?
Don't. Right, that's it. Anyway, we're done now. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure, my man.
He's never coming back.
It's been a pleasure. Again. I will put all the links to all the shout outs he's been giving, all of like 500 of them. I will put all the links down below, guys. And if you do come out, remember every Wednesday, do go down to the club. I've been there a couple of times. It's actually really cool. A lot of very knowledgeable guys there. So, just pop yourself down there and go and say hello. And start him off on his. So when you land in Pattaya, what are you meant to do? Start him off on that again. All right, that's it for me. That's it for me. Thank you so much, mate. It's been a pleasure, guys. All the links for everything will be down below. If you are here and you're up in Bangkok, go and support Rose with what she's doing. It's an incredible journey she's been on, and just have a look at that, guys. And
the other thing I would say, people who come to Pattaya the first time, check out this guy's videos, right? Because there's lots of information and things on interesting places, etc.
All right, thanks, right. I'll pay you later. I owe you from the other one earlier. All right, so there we are. That's it, guys. And hopefully you've enjoyed today's video. And like I say, go down to the Expats Club. Have a look at that. It really is good fun, and you'll learn lots. All right, there you go. That's it from me. Thank you very much for watching. Please, as always, guys, remember, hit the subscribe button and also the bell icon if you'd like to be notified when we bring out a new video. Have a look in Discord. There's literally thousands and thousands of members there. It's totally free of charge. Doesn't cost you anything. You can ask all these kind of questions, get loads and loads of answers from experienced people. So have a look on that. If you'd like to have a look on our website, now we've got a member section. That's definitely worth having a look at, because that's where we do go down Soy 6 and we don't have to worry about anything like this and other stuff like that. So have a look on our members area, guys. And that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. And please, as always, wherever you are in the world, stay safe.